it started more by chance than by design, which was cool. Started 14 years ago, so it's been touring for 14 years, the show. And it started off a recording session where we had to bring an American root beer advert up and sound like a band called Heart from the 70s. But on playback, it sounded like Fleetwood Mac. And then we had an epiphany, it was like, this is a great sound. So I had an association with Mick Fleetwood from another life in music, and thought that it would be cool to maybe bring some tracks up and see if he thought the idea was a good idea to bring Rumours of Fleetwood Mac up. So we recorded a couple of tracks, sent them to Mick. He could have sent us to the Lions, but he gave us the thumbs up. So that's how it started, it wasn't planned or anything. And then 14 years later, we're still out there.
You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way.
It's 35 years. If you do the math, it's 35 years this year, when the album was out. But it sort of stood the test of time. Came out on vinyl, of course, many years ago, a thing called vinyl. And I do believe that, in this world of download now, people miss a lot of stuff on album tracks. So, but back then you had no choice other than to come to love the album because you played every track. But certainly that album's been passed down from the 50, 60 somethings now to the children. So it's still, these bands were massive. Queen, Fleetwood Mac, of course the Beatles, things like that. Great artists with back then. Fleetwood Mac, the Rumours album, there was a lot of emotion going on that you most probably heard of. People breaking up because Lindsay Buckingham was going out with Stevie Nicks and Christine McVie was with John McVie. They were a couple. So that album was a testament to all the emotions. So it's a great album. I'm not saying that we've got wallpaper music nowadays, but certainly back then it was one of the first albums where, nothing was planned. They went into the studio and there was just an outpour of emotion of what was going on in their lives, and there is there's a vinyl testament to that, certainly a sound recording, which is amazing. If you listen to I think there was 4 singles came off the Rumours album, which was Go Your Own Way. That was Lindsay Buckingham sort of saying, loving you isn't the easiest thing to do, and Stevie Nicks was writing Dreams, Players Only Love You When They're Playing, so there's a lot of real stuff there on that album, which is, when you get to know the story, is pretty unique. First and foremost, I think you can't go any further than what the poster says. Just to make it clear, Fleetwood Mac don't need Rumours of Fleetwood Mac to promote their music, but, we have a passion for it. So, yeah, it's about revisiting the tracks. And, if we didn't have those traits of Stevie Nicks and Christine McVie in the vocals, in the principal artist vocals that we've got in the show, I don't think we would have pushed forward. It really was extraordinary when we listened to Louise Rogan, who sings the songs of Stevie Nicks, and Amanda Kostadinov. They sound, it's spooky. Well, it's really spooky, Mick's played in the show a couple of times, which is bizarre, but true. I don't think you can have a better sort of testament than that for endorsement than that for us. So he's played in the show a couple of times as well. We've played behind other big artists from Chuck Berry to Cliff Richard. This was about, we love the music, it sounds awfully like it, and blessed with a great band. Got some youth in there now, so there's about 8 of us on stage, percussion and extra stuff, but I think, to answer your question, we've got to just stay true to the music.